With more people going to state parks, it might be harder to adequately maintain them because of the smaller budget and smaller staff. That could lead to some neglect, which could negatively impact the park and the visitors' experience. However, Reher says that on a national level, the national parks should be able to survive the next 4 years.
Welcome to the NCC News Sportscast. I'm Jackson Cowan. Syracuse football played its spring game today. It was the first chance for fans to see the new squad, and NCC Sports' Joshua Gingrich is live at the JMA Wireless Dome. Joshua?
Hi, Jackson. Despite it not looking like spring out here, it was spring inside the dome. Syracuse played its annual intra-squad matchup, the blue team versus the orange team. And LSU transfer Ricky Collins did not play because of a hand injury. Fran Brown named him the head coach last week, and Syracuse legend Dwight Freeney returned to the Orange as a member of player development. And in the first, early on, it's Jakari White launching it deep downfield and connecting with Justice Ross Simmons for the big gain and a first down. And then it's Yassine Willis getting it and taking the handoff and jogging right into the end zone for the Orange touchdown. But on defensively, the Orange cornerback, 17-year-old Demetrius Samuel Jr. with the pass breakup. It's an eye to look out for as he can play both ways on the field. And then for the blue team, it's Jordan Martinez getting the screen pass and taking it deep downfield for the first down. He finished with 60 rushing yards and a touchdown. The blue team goes on to win 16-14, and Brown said that he isn't concerned about Collins' absence today.
We gotta be safe. Gotta think about the future, right? Seeing those other guys that were out there playing, they did a good job, but Ricky was a lot further ahead. So, I didn't want to mess anything up. So we're just excited about having the opportunity of making sure our quarterback's back when we come back on time in June and being ready to go. Ricky's the guy, so we're excited about Ricky.
The Orange will conclude spring practice next week.
Joshua, Jakari Williams got a lot of playing time today. What do you think his role is going to be on this team?
Well, I think he's already solidified himself as the backup quarterback to Collins. Brown called him a fighter and wanted to see what he could do. He looked confident and he's accurate, and so he will be QB2 in the fall.
Not a bad problem to maybe have one too many quarterbacks. But after watching today's game, where does Syracuse need to improve going into the fall?
I think there's some issues they had defensively. The cornerbacks accounted for 4 defensive pass interferences, and they also allowed several contested catches. And both sides struggled to stop the run. It's going to be a concern for Syracuse this year. Like last year, they had such a dynamic offense led by Kyle McCord. They could really outscore anybody. I look at the Miami game as such an example. But you got to stop the other team at least sometimes. Otherwise, it's going to be just so much difficult to beat teams.
Thanks, Joshua. And you mentioned it, no Kyle McCord, so a little more pressure is going to be on that defense coming up in the fall. But here for us, we'll have one more look at the weather right after this.
Gabby Putman has been playing lacrosse since she was a little girl. Now a senior at Cicero North Syracuse High School, this sport is her love.
I think just the team aspect of it, like I grew up playing with these girls. It's just a very fun sport, a very fast sport, and a sport I just kind of fell in love with from the start.
Putman is a draw control specialist, kickstarting several possessions per game for the North Stars. She racked up over 200 draws last year. Head coach Stephanie Prentice says she was drawn to Putman's energy and effort.
Probably her competitive spirit is probably her biggest driving force. It's infectious, and everybody kind of feeds off of that from her. She's competitive in everything she does, and that drives her to be the best at what she does.
After coming up just short of a state championship as a freshman and sophomore, Putman got to the mountaintop last year as a junior. Cicero North Syracuse defeated Fairpoint in the state championship game to win its first title in almost 30 years. Putman says that the North Stars were able to draw on the past losses and improve during the title run.
I mean, I think it just really was motivation. Every year, we did come up short, but we knew how great we were. We knew how great we could be. So just motivation to keep working and know that in the end we could finally get that win, and we did.
When not playing with Cicero North Syracuse, Putman has spent time with the club squad Aces Elite. She says that it keeps her in game shape when not with the North Stars.
They've really helped me improve my game, helped me a lot in the recruiting process of lacrosse. They're just an amazing club, a lot of great coaches, a lot of great people surrounding it, and teammates as well. So they've been a very important factor in my life.
Putman has committed to play collegiately at Vanderbilt. But before she heads to Music City, she and the rest of the North Stars have their eyes on another state championship.
We've been getting at it in practice, and our games have been going really good. So just taking each game, not looking forward. We're not looking at states right now. We're taking the next game and the next game after that, and just putting in the work in and out of practice and keep the competitive spark going.
For the draw control specialist, Putman hopes that last year's state title is just the beginning. From Cicero North Syracuse High School, I'm Joshua Gingrich, NCC News.
Do some film interview.